Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl LB Johnson with another video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Yeah, and thank y'all for getting tuning into it. So today what we're gonna talk about, things are not as they seem. So like when you want a God's messenger, God have you go through things so that I guess like for you to feel what other people are feeling or what other people is about to experience or feel, or just like for you to be able, like, you go through like a teachable moment so that you can teach the word, I guess. And because of that, that just happened to me like recently. And so I realized what was going on, and all I kept hearing God say is things are not as they seem. Things are not as they seem. So I'm like, okay. But then I left the house, came back home, waited a few hours. I heard it again. Things are not as they seem. And so I'm like, oh, that's a message. Okay. And so I said, okay, let me get into it then. So, yeah, things are not as they seem. So God said, things are not as they seem, and that's why we must always walk by faith and not by sight. He said the enemy is the God with the little g of the world, and God is the God of the spirit. The world and everything else. Okay, so I'm sorry. And God is the God of the spirit, the world, and everything else. So, being that the enemy is the God of this world, things of this world can deceive you like a snake in the night. So we're gonna go to 1 Samuel 2, verse 2:19. Okay, so that reads 1 Samuel 2, 2:19 reads, I'm sorry, First Samuel 2, verse 2 through 9. That's what it is. That's what it is. And it reads, there is no one holy like the Lord. There is no one besides you. There is no rock like our God. Do not keep talking so proudly or let your mouth speak such arrogance. For the Lord is God who knows, and by him deeds are weighed. The bows of the warriors are broken, but those who stumble are armed with strength. Those who were full hired I'm sorry. Those who were full hired themselves out for food, but those who were hungry are hungry no more. She who was barren has borne 7 children, but she who has had many sons pines away. The Lord brings death and makes alive. He brings down to the grave and raises up. The Lord sends poverty. The Lord sends poverty and wealth. Be the Lord sends poverty and wealth. He humbles and he exalts. He raises the poor from the dust and lifts the needy from the ash heap. He seats them with princes, and he has them inherit a throne of honor. For the foundations of the earth are the Lord. On them he has set the world. He will guard the feet of his faithful servants, but the wicked will be silenced in the place of darkness. So, yeah. So pretty much, like I said, things are not as they seem, and it shows here, like, just because somebody is full now, like just because somebody is eating, like now when I say eating, I'm not talking about literally like with food or whatever. I'm just speaking like they eating, like they got money or they're wealthy or they're really living good right now. They it may be that way now, but God have the ability to change that and make them homeless or humble them in a way, or cause them not to be living with eating as well as they were once before. But as well as he can cause the rich to be poor, he can cause the poor to be rich. Um, and then it said a woman that barren born 7 children. So God can change a woman that can't carry to carrying and having multiple kids. He can change a woman who was fertile and make her not have kids at all any longer. Um, Yeah, it said God brings death and make alive. So anything can be done. So just because something seemed like, oh, this is what's going on right now, doesn't mean that that's the situation or that's the permanent situation. Reason being, it says, because do not keep talking so proudly or let your mouth speak such arrogance. For the Lord is a God who knows, and by him deeds are weighed. So God, because God is who he is, he can change anything. He can change anything. He can change our situation from the good to the bad, from the bad to the good. And so being that he is God and being that he do have that ability, we can't always assume that what we see is what it is, or what is now is going what is always going to be. Like, no, God work in mysterious ways. It said, it is not by strength that one prevails. Those who oppose the Lord will be broken. The Most High will thunder from heaven. The Lord will judge the ends of the earth. He will give strength to his king and exalt the horns of his anointed. So it says, well, in horns, when I refer to horns, it means strength. So it says he will give strength to his kings and exalt the horn of his anointed. He will give strength to his anointed. Yeah. Okay. Then it said, God said he's going to call on you until he gets your attention. He said your attention is in the world and not on him. He said focus your attention on him and then you will win. He said follow him and he will lead you. He said death will not touch you. He said he said death will not touch you. Thieves will not harm you. We're going to go to Samuel 3. 1 Samuel 3, verse 3 through 10. And it reads, the lamp of God had not yet gone out, and Samuel was lying down in the house of the Lord where the ark of God was. Then the Lord called Samuel. Samuel answered, here I am. And he ran to Eli and said, here I am, you called me? But Eli said, I did not call. Go back and lie down. So he went and lay down. Again the Lord called, Samuel. And Samuel got up and went to Eli and said, here I am. You called me? My son, Eli said, I did not call you. Go back and lie down. Now Samuel did not yet know the Lord. The word of the Lord had not yet been revealed to him. A third time the Lord called, Samuel. And Samuel got up and went to Eli and said, here I am. You called me? Then Eli realized that the Lord was calling the boy. So Eli told Samuel, go and lie down, and if he calls you, say, speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. So Samuel went and lay down in his place. The Lord came and stood there, calling at the other times. Oh, I'm sorry, calling as at the other times, Samuel, Samuel. Then Samuel said, speak, for your servant is listening. Okay, God said you can count it all joy. He said he is here to bag you. Oh, he said he is here to back you up, but you must first follow him. God said don't forget about him when he elevates you. He said don't be disobedient to his word. He said follow his instruction and to give them clearly. 1 Samuel chapter 15, 7 through 9. Count it all joy. 1 Samuel 15, verse 7 through 9 reads, then Saul attacked the Amalekite, Amalekites. Amalekites. Okay. Then Saul attacked the Amalekites all the way from Havilah to Shur, near the eastern border of Egypt. He took Agag, king of the Amalekites, alive, and all his people he totally destroyed with the sword. But Saul and the army spared Agag and the best of the sheep and cattle, the fat calves and lambs, everything that was good. These they were unwilling to destroy completely, but everything that was despised and weak they totally destroyed. Then we're gonna turn it to 1 Samuel 15, verse 20 through 23. But I did obey the Lord, Saul said. I went on the mission the Lord assigned me. I completely destroyed the Amalekites and brought back Agag, their king. We'll jump from 15:20 to 23. Well, no, we're going to keep reading. So the soldiers took sheep and cattle from the plunder, the best of what was devoted to God, in order to sacrifice them to the Lord your God at Gilgal. But Samuel replied, does the Lord delight in burnt offerings and sacrifice as much as in obeying the Lord? To obey is better than sacrifice, and to heed is better than the fat of rams. For rebellion is like the sin of divination, and arrogance like the evil of idolatry. Idolatry. Oh, I can't. I can't talk. Because you have rejected the word of the Lord, He has rejected you as king. Okay, God said when He sent out His word, it is never. He said when He sent out His word, it never goes out void. So you do as He say. And we're going to go to 1 Samuel 15:29. He said, who is the glory of Israel, does not lie or change his mind, for he is not a human being that he should change his mind. And we're going to jump to 1 Samuel 15, verse 32 to 33. Reads, then Samuel said, bring me Agag, king of the Amalekites. Agag came to him in chains, and he thought, surely the bitterness of death is past. But Samuel said, as your sword has made women childless, so would your mother be childless among women. And Samuel put Agag to death before the Lord at Gilgal. God said, when he speaks to you, know that it will come to pass. You can get it now or later, but if God spoke it, it will come to pass. Good or bad. We're going to go to Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2 through 3. So Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2 to 3 reads, then the Lord replied, write down the revelations and make it plain on tablets so that a herald may run with it. For the revelations awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end and will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. So that is just saying that, when God tell you something, write it down. Write it down. And write it down because you know it's going to come to pass. And it may take a while, but you just sit there and you wait on it and trust in God that He's going to send it to pass. Before I finish this video, I want to leave you with a quote. And it reads, feelings come and feelings leave you. But the discipline of life are what you get to... Feelings come, feelings leave you. But the discipline of life are what gets you to where you want to go. And that's from Ann Ortland. Thank y'all for watching my video. This your girl LV Johnson. Please click like, share, subscribe. Click the notification bell. Click the link in the description box. And get my book, A Millennial Woman Walk with God. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Okay, I'm out of here. Talk to y'all later.